Good evening, viewers. In this video, we are going to discuss about the concept marginal costing. So, marginal costing is common in cost accounting as well as in management accounting. Now, marginal costing, what do you understand by the term marginal costing? So, marginal costing is nothing but it is margin means addition. Marginal costing means it is the additional costing incurred for adding more level of production. Say for example, so if you for one unit you are incurring rupees 100. Okay, for 2 units you are incurring rupees 200. For 3 units 300. For 5 units 500. So the more you increase, cost of production also will be high. So for every additional unit of products that you are producing, the more cost you will be incurring additionally. That is what is called as marginal costing. Now we will see the definition of marginal costing. So this is the definition given by Institute of Cost and Management Accountant. The Institute of Cost and Management Accountant, London, defines marginal costing as the ascertainment of marginal cost and of the effect on profit of changes in volume or type of output by differentiating between fixed cost and variable cost. Here, the ascertainment of marginal cost. Ascertainment of marginal cost and of the effect on profit of changes in volume or type of output by differentiating between fixed cost and variable cost. Here, fixed cost means cost will remain, that is constant. Fixed cost means remains constant irrespective of various levels of production. So here, fixed cost means a cost will remain constant irrespective of the various levels of production. Whereas variable cost means cost varies in accordance with the various levels of production. Various levels of productions. Say for example, when we are giving wages to the workers, say for monthly wages to the workers, or when we are paying monthly salary to the employees, when we are paying monthly electricity bill, when we are paying monthly rent to the landlord, so these are all fixed costs. So here we are taking a separate room for the purpose of production, and then if you are your landlord will be fixing the certain amount of rent to be spent every month. Okay, so every month you are paying certain amount of rent to your landlord, so it will be paid on a fixed basis only. So okay, so whether you are doing the production activities or not, that is secondary. So rent you have to pay it on monthly basis, and then fixed amount of wages should have to be given to the worker on monthly basis. So these are all comes under the fixed cost. Okay, variable cost means, so here the more is the production, the more cost that you will be incurring. The less is the production, the less cost you will be incurring. Another example I will give practically, differences between the fixed cost and the variable cost. Suppose if you are taking the 1,000 square feet of place, if you are taking the 1,000 square feet of place for the purpose of production. Okay, so in 1,000 square feet of place, you will be placing 5 machineries. In that place, there are only capacities of placing 5 machineries for the purpose of production. For 1,000 square feet of house, you are paying the monthly rent of, say for example, 20,000 rupees. Okay. So here, that particular 1,000 the square feet place is having only the capacity of placing only 5 machineries, right? In such a situation, that is up to the extent of, if say for example, if one machinery is having a capacity of producing 1,000 units, if 5 machinery is having a capacity of producing 5,000 units, okay, suppose to the extent of 5,000 units, to the extent of producing 5,000 units, so you will be paying the fixed rent of 20,000 rupees only. Suppose if you want to produce 5,500 units, in such a situation, you want another 1,000 square feet place, for which you have to pay another 20,000 monthly rent, right? So fixed cost will remain constant up to the extent level, whereas variable cost only will directly varies in accordance with the level of production. The more is the production, the more is the cost that you have to incur. The less is the production, the less is the cost that you have to incur. If no production, the no cost you have to incur. So this is all about the concept of the variable cost. Fixed cost will remain constant irrespective of the changes in the level of output to the extent possible. So beyond certain extent only, fixed cost also will start changing. The example I have given, that 5,000 that 1,000 square feet of production place should have to be used for the purpose of producing up to the extent of 5,000 units of product. Characteristics of marginal costing. Actually, marginal costing will be highly helpful for the management and decision making, to help management in managerial decision making. And then all elements of cost such as production cost, administration cost, selling and distribution cost are classified into variable and fixed component. Variable costs are regarded as the cost of production. Okay, so variable cost is directly incidental to the cost of production. So if the cost of production is more, means variable cost also is more. If the cost of production is less, means variable cost also will be less. So as the name itself suggests, that variable cost, it varies in accordance with the various levels of production. Fixed costs are treated as period cost and are charged to the profit and loss account. So fixed cost will be termed as the period cost, in the sense paying monthly rent to the landlord, and then that is paying monthly wages to the workers, and then paying monthly electricity bill charges. So these are all called as the fixed cost. And then providing monthly depreciation, providing monthly repairs, providing monthly AMC services. So these are all comes under the period cost, that is the fixed cost. This will be charged to the profit and loss account. The stock of finished goods and work in progress are valued at the marginal cost only. Prices are determined on the basis of the marginal cost. Okay, so here under any circumstances, prices cannot be determined on the basis of the fixed cost, because fixed cost is fixed in nature, right? So it will remain constant up to the extent possible. To some level, it will remain constant, but demand for the product changes, competitors demand for the product, competitors for the product. So based on that only, the price will be decided for the particular product. So if the production cost is less, means less price will be fixed for the particular product. If the production cost is more, means more price will be fixed for the particular product. So that is what prices are determined on the basis of the marginal cost. So if there is more variations, or if there is more increase in the cost, means accordingly the MRP also will be increased. So if there is less increase in the cost, means accordingly the MRP also will be decreased. and vice versa. These are all the characteristics of marginal costing. That is, there are to help management in taking managerial decision. All elements of cost such as production cost, administration cost, selling and distribution cost are classified into variable and fixed component. The variable costs are regarded as the cost of the production. Fixed costs are treated as period cost and are charged to the profit and loss account. The stock of finished goods and work in progress are valued at the marginal costing only. Prices are determined on the basis of the marginal cost. So these are all the 6 characteristics of the marginal costing. Now, what do you understand by the term absorption costing? Absorption costing is the practice of charging a cost, which is charging full cost, all the cost. Absorption, as the name itself suggests that absorption means full cost. It absorbs all the cost. So, which includes both fixed as well as the variable cost to the product, job, processes, and operations. So, absorption costing is also called as full costing. See, absorption cost includes fixed cost as well as the variable cost, whereas marginal cost includes only the variable cost. Again, I repeat, absorption cost, as the name itself suggests, that it absorbs all the cost. So it includes both the fixed cost as well as the variable cost. Whereas as far as marginal cost is concerned, it includes only the variable cost. It does not include the fixed cost. So please bear this in your mind. Okay. Now, we were discussing about the absorption costing, full cost. See, the full cost includes, in cost accounting, you might have come across prime cost, factory overhead, administration overhead, selling and distribution overhead. Full cost includes prime cost, factory overhead, administration overhead, selling and distribution overheads. Please take a screenshot of this. Now, differences between the absorption costing and marginal costing. See here, first point of difference, charging of cost. As the name absorption costing. See, absorption costing means it includes both the cost, fixed cost as well as the variable cost. First point. Then for marginal costing, it deals only with the variable cost. Please bear this in your mind. The second point, in the case of stock valuation, so work in progress is also a stock. Half completed, half only incompleted, right? That also will be considered as the stock. That is also valuable. That is also will be valued. Work in progress and stocks are valued at fixed cost and variable cost. Here, work in progress and stocks are valued only at the variable cost. Marginal means variable. Absorption means variable and fixed. Absorption means it absorbs everything, both the cost, fixed cost as well as the variable cost, full cost. Okay. And then marginal cost means it absorbs only the variable cost. It does not absorb the fixed cost. In the case of decision making, third point, absorption costing is suitable for as it is the full cost. It absorbs both fixed cost as well as the variable cost. It is suitable for long-term decision making, whereas marginal cost is suitable only for short-term decision making. Please make a note of this. Marginal costing means see if there is more demand for that particular products means you will be producing more products. if there is a less demand for that particular product means you will be producing only the less product or no product. So in such a situation, it is short-term decision making. That is, the decision making will be done based on the changes in this technology. And then, whereas in the case of absorption costing, full costing, it is suitable for long-term decision making because it includes both fixed cost as well as the variable cost. Fourth point, it focuses on production aspect. What? Absorption costing focuses only on the production aspect, whereas marginal cost production focuses on pricing and selling aspect. Okay. Last point, method of costing. Absorption costing is not any specific method of costing. It indicates that the total cost is charged to the output. Absorption cost indicates that the total cost is charged to the output, whereas marginal costing is the specific method of costing. It highlights only upon the variable cost. Here, all of you please make a note. Absorption costing. It includes fixed cost plus variable cost, whereas marginal cost, it includes only variable cost. Understood? It highlights only upon the variable cost. Okay, viewers. Thank you, viewers. We will see about the meaning of contribution, PV ratio, break-even point, margin of safety, everything in the next video. Thank you for your patience listening. Kindly subscribe my channels. I will be doing as many videos as possible from my side. Thank you.